Hello and welcome to our browser-based tutorial for Schoology. Now, we're going to use a browser specifically for this tutorial. For the app, it doesn't really have much of a difference, although the browser-based version of Schoology does have more features than the app. Though the app does have an advantage, which is notifications for your mobile devices, but still the browser is what I prefer to use. So here we have the Schoology main page, or login page rather. To access this one, all you have to do is go to lba.schoology.com. Again, that is lba.schoology.com. Now, going to just Schoology.com will still allow you to log in, but it will ask you for the zip code of the school, which is 4026. Okay, but of course, to remove that hassle, just go to lba.schoology.com. Now, first things first is we're going to put the username and the password. Now, the username is the student ID number. Now, the student ID number is typically a bunch of numbers with a dash in the middle. So 4 digits in front and a dash in the middle, and then another 4 digits after that. The password is something that will be given to you. The default password will be something generated for everyone. So we highly suggest that you change your password right away, which is the first thing that we will do right now. Now, upon logging in, by the way, I borrowed this account from Gabi. So thank you, Gabi, for letting me borrow your account. So if we look at the upper right corner, you will see your profile there. Just click on that and then go to settings. Now, going to settings, you will have to change your primary email. Now, in case your child doesn't have a primary email, you can let the student borrow your own email. In fact, that is a big advantage because notifications can also be sent through email. Time zone is also important. Make sure you set it to GMT+8 so that the notifications and the time, place on the entire Schoology page would be the same as the teacher. Next is the password. Okay, now this one is the important part. Now, to change the password, just click on that, click on the new, type your new password, confirm it, and then click on submit. Okay, make sure to train your child to use the best possible password, and of course, let them remember it, because password is remembering your password is an important skill right now, and that shouldn't be taken for granted. So let this be a training for the child. Okay, there are more options here, but we will just browse through them. Now, you can use your Schoology calendar as part of your Google Calendar. You can also, if you have other Schoology accounts, but we don't really have that. We only have one. Notifications, this will allow you to set what notifications you will receive through mobile and email. So if you have a mobile app, this is the notifications that you will receive. If, for example, a course update was posted, you will get a notifications for that for both mobile and email right now. Or you can turn it off, or there is a custom one which allows you to choose the subjects where you want to be alerted. But of course, we want all subjects to be able to alert you when there is an update. The recycle bin will allow you to see the files that you have deleted. As you can see here, we did have one deleted file, and it is deleted by the student. So if a teacher actually is the one who deleted the file, for example, the student uploaded something on the course and the teacher didn't find it important or not really related to the class, he or she may opt to delete it, and you will see it here. All right, so let's go back to the main page. Now, the main page shows you, it's kind of similar to your favorite social media page or website. There are things here that are unique to Schoology, of course, because this one focuses on schoolworks or school-related stuff. Okay, Let's focus first on the menu on top. Now we have here the school logo and the school name, which will allow you to go back to the home page, which I already did. Courses will list down all the courses you are enrolled in. By the way, courses equals subject. Okay, so don't be confused by the terminologies. Now, in case, actually this has a limit of about 12. So in case there are more subjects, you could just click on My Courses and it will list all the subjects that you are currently enrolled in. Groups are not really that important right now because there are no groups. I mean, the teacher could set up a group. For example, for the section, it should appear here. Resources will allow you to see your sort of a online storage. So you can upload files here, and then once you upload something here, you can actually use that as a submission for a schoolwork. Okay, there are other resources here like group. If your group has a certain drive or certain cloud storage, you can also access that here. And of course, you have the different apps that are connected to Schoology right now. Okay, but okay, so as you can see there, you can integrate Dropbox, Evernote, and all the other accounts as part of your Schoology experience. Grades part will not be that accurate for Schoology because we do have EC1, which is another system that will allow you to see the grades of your children. Now, this one is the main purpose of this one is to see the raw scores. So, for example, there is an activity and you want to see the raw score of your child. You can just click on that and it will show you the raw score. Now, for example, as you can see here, there are actually not much graded activity. So for example here, as you can see, this one has yet to be taken. I actually opened that just for this session or for this tutorial. So once we click, once this is taken, you will see the raw score here. Okay, now let's go back to the main page. Now there are other things here that you can see. You can have a search bar which allows you to search your teachers, the subjects in case you are lost. You have a calendar here which gives you the different deadlines. So you can see it's already July. So if you go back to April, you will see all the activities that have been given by the teacher. Okay, so from here you can already see the workload of your child. You also get the messages. I will not show that anymore. So if, by the way, you can only message your teacher. So the interactions here are limited to teacher to student and not student to student. You also get a notification which will allow you to see what was recently updated. Like for this one, a new grade was posted for the quiz, which we will take later. Okay, let's go back to the main page once again. So the important parts of the main page are also the recent activity, which gives you all the updates created by the teacher. So these could probably be updates, activities, announcements. Everything will be posted here, just like your favorite social media website. There's a tab here for course dashboard, which will give you all the subjects. Again, it's the same as clicking on courses. But in case you're on the main page, this will be an easier way to navigate the different subjects. On the right side, again, let's go back. So on the right side, you will see the activities that are currently active and overdue. Now, don't worry. Now, as you can see here on the example, it says overdue. This is because all of these things are from last year and from last school year, basically. So it's there chronologically. So it's the oldest one at the top and then the newest one at the bottom if it's overdue. But if the current activity is active, it should appear on top of this. So you will see something similar to that, except it doesn't say overdue. Now let's go to a course. So I did enroll this grade 12 student to a grade 10 class. So let's take a look at that class. Okay, so here we go. Information Technology 10 RTBs. Now, what can you do here on the course page? Think of the course page as the main page for the different subjects. Now, by default, the very first page that you will see is the Materials tab. Now, the Materials tab will give you all the posts by the teacher that is connected to grading or giving out handouts. Now, as you can see here, there is an icon that looks like a conversation, and it says viewing party. This one is a discussion. Sometimes a discussion may be graded, just like this one. Now, of course, it's up to the student to read that and see if he or she is required to comment on the discussion. So let's click on that. So here we have, this is actually a submission of a link. Now, by default, the student cannot see the comments at the bottom unless he or she has posted something. Now, I already did posted something at the bottom, so that's why you can see the comments of my former students. Now let's go back. Now that icon is for discussion. Now what about the other icons? This one is a link. So this one is actually a link to a Google form. Now the teacher has placed a Google form in which the student has to answer that. Usually we do that for peer-to-peer evaluations. For other icons, we have here a Dropbox for module essay activity. So as you can see here, the teacher says upload image here. Now there is a previous instruction before this one, so don't be confused. This is not the only instruction that I gave the student, but in case there are more instructions needed for the students, it should be placed there. The due date is also there, and the time wherein it was posted is also present. Now, to be able to submit this one, this is a Dropbox, so we just have to click on Submit Assignment. It should load, and sometimes it does take a while to load. Now, in case it doesn't load, there is a workaround for the computer. Now, the upload is simply clicking this button. Okay, just click on this, the file. Okay, let's just select a certain file. By the way, you can't see what I'm uploading right now. This is because my screen recorder only shows you the browser. But once you click on this, there will be a pop-up window which will allow you to browse your files on the computer. In the iPad and basically on the mobile phones, clicking on this will open your file browser as well. Here you can comment. The comments here will be given to the teacher. So if you have an excuse, if you're late and then you're going to tell your teacher that somehow your assignment was eaten by your dog, you can put the excuse there. Now once we're done, we just click on Submit. Clicking on Submit will show us this icon. So this is the indicator that you have submitted the assignment. So as you can see, it's late. This is because the due date is March 23, 2020. And as a teacher, I did allow late submissions for this one. So just in case you change your mind, you just click on Resubmit Assignment. And of course, you can also add your submission to your portfolio. Now, the portfolio will be part of your profile, and I'll show you that later. Now, let's go back to the main page. As you can see, I just click on the link on top. You can also just press on back. Okay, so here we have a PDF file, which is just a, a reference. Here we have a quiz. By the way, as you can see there, this is an practice that I do. I do place an archive folder, in which I place all the other old activities inside the folder so that the main page isn't so cluttered. Now, as you can see here, there is a quiz. So if I click on this, it will take me to a quiz. There is also a gallery, another quiz, and Dropboxes, quizzes, etc. So let's try a quiz. So let's try taking on this quiz. Now, as you can see here, the name of the quiz is already there, the maximum score, and there is a warning here that I can only make one attempt. In case there are time limits, which we do set, not because we want to pressure the student, because we want to avoid cheating as much as possible. Now, it should also appear here. Now, as you can see here, there is also a warning or a text here telling us that it is open until July 31. So let's start the attempt. Now, there are settings made by the teacher to make the test a little bit different. Now, in this case, the setting is basically just multiple choice. And then once we answer something, we click on next, and then we just do it until we're done with the quiz. Now, as you can see here, these are multiple choice or true or false only. But in some cases, there will be essays, there will be matching type, and etc. But this quiz is exclusively just multiple choice or true or false. Now, once we're done, now this one is still multiple choice, but it says select all audio formats below. So that you can choose multiple files. Okay. So once you are done, it will actually prompt you to, oh, there we have a fill in the blank. Now, let's just assume that we're done with this quiz. So once we're done, click on review, and it will tell you which items you are already answered and which items you have failed to answer. You can actually click on it and you can go back to it. And then let's just assume that we're done, and then we can click on finish. As you can see, there's another warning that 10 questions are unattempted, so you can go back and try to answer that. But for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to click on yes. So once again, there are different ways for the teacher to set the quiz. Sometimes there will be questions that doesn't allow you to go back to the previous question. Now, there will be a warning for that, so make sure that the student actually reads the instructions very carefully before clicking on next. Okay, now those are by design. Now, it's up to the teacher of how he or she wants to put the quiz online. So as you can see here, we can now, we have attempted this once and it's already submitted. So we can click on view, and we already have a score. We actually did quite well, even though we answered only 12, I think. So as you can see, it's 12 over 25. Oh, sorry, 7 over 25. So we answered 12. So we basically passed the quiz if we discount the items that we did not answer. As you can see here, there is a menu that allows you to go back to a certain page. Let's go back to our main course page. Now, since we're done already browsing the materials page, let's go to the updates. Updates are quite simple. It allows you to check if there are announcements made by the teacher. The grades part is also something that, again, I've already mentioned that this is not super accurate. Okay, let's not look at the percentage, because again, the EC1 system will be the ones to handle the actual grade, but we can see the scores that we have made for the quizzes, so we get the raw scores that is accurate. Attendance is, of course, the teacher's way of, or the advisor will actually mark the student as present on a certain day, so the student has to log in, and it's up to the teacher to put if he is absent, late, or excused. Of course, this is still up for discussion, and it's up to the school if they want to utilize this one. Members will allow you to check who are the members of the page. Now, as you can see here, the teacher is always on top. They will get a badge, a police badge, and you can also try to message the teacher, but you can't message your classmates. The conferences part will allow you to basically join the class. If there is a scheduled discussion, online discussion, this is where you go. Now, again, this is set by the teacher, so the start time and end time will appear here, and once the conference is open, there should be a link on the right side. Oh, sorry, the button to enter the conference is here, so this is sample only and it's currently in progress, so the status is actually on the right side. Let's click on sample only and it will show you the conference by the teacher. Now, this is using big blue button, and I believe there will be, okay, as you can see, there's a alert. So as you can see, this is another application. This is the partner of Schoology, the big blue button. Think of it as a video conferencing app similar to Zoom, similar to Google Meet. Okay, so here the teacher has more control rather than in those other applications. Now, I believe there will be another tutorial for the big blue button, but it isn't really too complicated and it should be easy for you to navigate. All right, so that is the video conferencing part of this course. So there you have it. Those are the different features of the courses page. Again, the important parts here are the materials, the conferences, the updates. Okay, those are the three things that you should be browsing every once in a while. But of course, it's not every day that the teacher will post anyway, so you can just look at the home page and see if there is a new post. Okay. Okay, now finally, let's talk about just a little bit. Let's talk about resources. Now, the resources will allow you to upload any file that you want. Okay, so let's try to limit this as much as possible, because of course, if there is something that is deemed inappropriate, so let's not upload it there. So as you can see here, I uploaded an image. Now, I can upload as much as I want to. Just the limit is, of course, it should be related to the school. Okay, you can also add a folder to organize this page. Now, what can you do with this one? Now, besides having an online storage, which will allow you to download it on a later time or on another computer, this will also allow you to submit this file right here as a submission for a class. For example, let's go back to my class, information technology rather. Let's try to submit that. So let's resubmit. So again, what we did a while ago was upload. We can actually use resources and upload from here. This is the workaround I was talking about a while ago, just in case the upload part is not working. As you can see here, there are 2 revisions already. By the way, when you click on that, you will actually see the comment of the teacher. If the teacher has commented something for your work, you can see it on the right side. So it's like the comments page, but only the teacher and the student will be able to see that. All right, so your profile will also, you can also change the picture of the student. Okay, you can also browse the photos uploaded by the student. As you can see here, the student has already uploaded something. And you can also see the portfolio of the student. As you can see, the portfolio is quite empty. This will just allow the students to feature his or her own works. Okay, so if he or she liked what she did on a certain subject, you can actually add it to the portfolio, which is basically a feature of every noteworthy work by the student. So that is all. I believe we tackled most of the basics of Schoology, and I do have to apologize for my voice. I've been talking for quite a while. So that is all. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on Schoology.